Hi guys, how's it going? Not Really Keith here today with another video, this time covering Aranna Starseeker, one of the strongest heroes in the meta right now, so we're going to be looking at how to play the hero, the different builds you can use, and just an overview of how the hero works as well. So if you don't know already, Aranna's got a very strong hero power that unlocks after your minions have attacked 14 times. So up until that point, what you want to be doing is looking to get your minions to attack. This can be from playing death rattles or things like the scallywag, different minions that allow you to attack more times than you would usually per turn. Once you've had those 14 attacks, it actually changes, and she changes into Aranna Unleashed, and your hero power becomes the first minion you buy each turn is free. So obviously a very strong hero power that can be used in a variety of situations. The main way this is used is actually in correlation with the buddy. So Aranna's buddy allows the first time you buy a card, sorry, not the first time, whenever you buy a card, the next refresh you use costs 0, which means if you buy and this is cards, not just minions. So if you buy a 1 cost tavern spell, you can refresh the shop for 0. So some of you might already see where this is going. This is very strong with the Living Azerite Elemental, similar to in the Rat King video, but arguably this is stronger because you get so many cheap refreshes from buying tavern spells. So all you have to do is get the buddy, unlock the free minion each turn to help you scale with the minions, and then buy a tavern spell. The refresh is free, buy another tavern spell, and you can see how this snowballs very quickly. So getting the buddy is very important, but also getting those attacks off is equally as important. So early game, you want to be trying to keeping as much health as possible to get you to unlocking that hero power and then scaling with the Azerite. So it's really important to play very strong minions if you can. That's why I go for demons here, because I know demons are very strong early game, they have a good stat line, and it's going to get me through to that point where I've unlock the buddy, unlock the hero power, and still have a good amount of health to work with. So while you're building out a strong board, you also want to be making your way to Tavern Tier 3. The reason being, on Tavern Tier 3, you've got access to the Living Azerite, which is the card that's going to give you the majority of your scaling through the game. Once you get the Living Azerite, things are going to move a lot smoother when you start to buff those elementals and pick them up from the shop. So early game, filling out your board is incredibly important, because the more minions you have, the more attacks you get. And for those that don't know, the way the attack order is actually decided between two opponents is whoever has the most minions always attacks first. So if you can get more minions on your board than your opponent in the early rounds, you're always going to be guaranteeing that first attack as well. So not only do you get more attacks because you've got more minions to attack with, you're going to be attacking first every time, so there's a big advantage to getting that board filled out as early as possible. So now when you reach Tavern Tier 3, what a lot of players I see do, which is very interesting, is they buy tavern spells before actually getting the Azerite, and use this to look for the Azerite. So what you can do is purchase the tavern spells, even though you don't have the Living Azerite yet, and then keep them in your hand until you pick up a Living Azerite or 2 Living Azerites, and then you can play all the tavern spells. So obviously this is a bit weaker until you actually get the Azerite, because it means you're going to be floating a lot of gold in the tavern spells in your hand, but you're going to get that big power spike when you get the Azerite. So you can see I take quite a bit of damage from ETC, but the goal here is to pick up the Azerite and then scale from that point.
It's always good to have you back.
So when you're buying these tavern spells, try to only really buy the 2 cost tavern spells, sometimes only the 1 cost tavern spells, or the minion generation tavern spells, because they're going to let you have that free refresh and not cost you too much gold, because it's really important to maximize your gold until you've played so many tavern spells that gold really isn't that important anymore. So if you get lots of overconfidence and those kind of things, it's not too important after that. So what I'm looking to do here is keep my board strong while picking up these tavern spells while I look for the Azerite. And I believe, yeah, I am actually able to pick it up here, which is really good for me, because it was getting quite dangerous, and my health was definitely decreasing as I tried to figure this strategy out. So this is the first time I've actually played this board. So I've seen it been played a lot, and I know it's incredibly strong, but this is the first time I've played it. So if there are any other points that I've missed, feel free to drop them in the comments. I always do like receiving feedback on ways that this can be optimized or improved, so don't hesitate to do that if you notice something in the gameplay. So once you've started playing the tavern spells, the pattern and routine you want to get into really is spend most of your turn picking up tavern spells and refreshing, and then play all the tavern spells at the end of the turn and see if you can pick up more Azerites, and then look to buy elementals as well. So you want to try and play as many tavern spells as you can before picking up the elementals, and really take advantage of that first minion is free, and also every time you buy a card you get the free refresh. So quite similar to in the Rat Pack video, but in that one it was slightly different because it was a bit RNG as to whether the shop was going to be free to refresh or not. Whereas in this, you know that if you buy a card, you're going to get that free refresh. So it gives a much stronger level of consistency to getting the free shop refreshes. On top of that, you get the minion you buy each turn is free, whereas Rat King's hero power is only strong in the sort of first 5 or 6 turns when you're getting that tempo online. But this hero power for Aranna gives you that extra gold value from getting a free minion pretty much throughout the game. It's always going to be strong to pick up a minion for free. So in many cases it's considered a lot stronger with the Living Azerite build because of just the amount of value you get from getting that free minion and the refreshes on top of that. So now that I'm scaling the elementals, I can start buying the cards. I'm looking for the other Azerites. I'm going to pick it up. From this point on, it is quite similar to the Rat King video, where you want to be picking up the Crackling Cyclones and the Wildfire Elementals after you've started buffing the shop. So I think that's majority of the build covered. One thing I will say is that when you've got a strong board of Elementals, you have the option to tavern tier to 5 and get the Shell Elemental. I'm now seeing that that's probably the main thing you want to be doing each game when you're strong enough. You want to be leveling to 5, looking for the Shell Elemental and buffing that way towards the later game, because it's just a lot quicker than just looking for triples. So this is something I'm going to be adapting into my gameplay. I think it's definitely better to look for Shell Elementals towards sort of post turn 9 to be scaling your board instead of just looking for triples. I don't believe I do it in this game so much, but in future I think I will be moving to that strategy once I've got a strong enough board that I'm confident that it's going to be beating the other people in the lobby. So enjoy the rest of the video, let me know what you think, and I will catch you in the next one. Really fun comp though, I do advise you give it a go if you do get Aranna with elementals in the game. Thank you very much.
Another great recruit for you. What a win! Time to see our new recruits. Play nice, minion.
This is my realm.
Oh, it's Drekthar's favorite too. Stay safe, minion. You're an unstoppable force. Yeah, a triple. Let's see what you get.
This is my realm.
No one disturbs my home!
Time to see our new recruits.
Disturbs my home.
Not a problem. Here's your goal. Victory! That's how it's done! Another great recruit for you. Another great recruit for you. Ha! What a win!
No one disturbs my home!
An excellent addition to your team. Oh, it's Drekthor's favorite too. Play nice, minion.
Important job gets special bomb.
Time to see our new recruits. Victory is near. Just a little bit more. You're an unstoppable force.
This is my realm.
I have a good feeling about that one.
No one disturbs my home!
Time to see our new recruits. Yeah, a triple. Let's see what you get. Oh, it's Drekthor's favorite too. Ah, Alterac Mountain. What a sight.